So I always talk about wins, making money. This person made this much money, that person made that much money, flipping properties, buying rentals, doing small business. Obviously, it's a lot more fun to talk about the wins than it is the losses. But I would like to talk about one of my losses because it does happen. When you're in the business, you're gonna lose. And this is actually my biggest loss of 2026, flipping properties. This particular property we bought, lost a lot of money. It was definitely painful. It took a lot longer. And I want to go over some of the pain points of like why it lost money. First off, it was in 55 plus. You got to make sure you buy 55 plus a lot deeper than normal, just because your buyer pool in 55 plus, when I say 55 plus, it's 55 age plus can only live in that particular community. So your buyer pool goes down, right, if it's 55 plus. So just make sure you're buying those deeper. When we first looked at the property, we thought we could get away with not replacing the cabinets, not replacing a lot of the tile, some of the big ticket items that we just thought we could get away with it. And at the end, we shouldn't have done that because we should have just gone in and just blown everything out and just replaced the cabinets, the countertops, the tile, because we actually ended up just kind of half doing it and putting it on the MLS, and it just wasn't selling. So we actually had to take it off the MLS and redo some tile to get some interest. And I believe some more of the backyard landscaping also. So it's kind of interesting when you're flipping real estate, like you've got to go all in or hardly anything or nothing, right? And so you've probably heard the terminology wholesale, which is in between wholesale and retail. You know, you can never buy a property and plan on wholesaling it. And this particular one, we thought we could wholesale it. It was in between a wholesale and a retail. And so the price was more than what we should have paid. And we thought, hey, we can just kind of do a little bit of work, put it back out there, and it's gonna sell quickly. And it just didn't happen. So if you think that's gonna ever happen, you guys gotta make sure to buy it really, really deep and make sure when you're running your numbers, last case scenario is a wholesale. And if you can't wholesale it, that you have the budget in there just to go in and knock everything out and build it back up. So we actually had a really, really cool private community event just last week, and we went over this principle. We sat together as a group and talked about, hey, if you're gonna go in, you gotta go all in. For instance, this one community member bought a house in East Mesa in Los Cindas, and he ended up only doing like 100,000 rehab and getting a little bit of a return. But he was saying if he actually did a $200,000 rehab, that he probably would have got $200,000 to $300,000 more of a return, which is just amazing. So when you're in the business, you're gonna lose. You're not gonna always make money. You're gonna break even. You're gonna win on a lot. You may lose sometimes, and that's okay. You learn more in your losses than you do when you win, because you really reflect on why you lost and what you could have done to do better. That being said, you don't want to get caught up on your losses. It's not good for your brain power to just really focus on those losses. Your brain power is more effective, and you're gonna make more money focusing on the future and what you can do and how you're not gonna lose again. Don't focus on those losses too much to where it just eats you up. Some people, they focus on the losses so much, it eats them up so much that they just stop being an investor, they stop flipping properties, they stop doing real estate. They stop doing what they know they should be doing. So don't let the losses kill you. Just let it get you down, that's fine, and learn from it and move on. And move forward in the future. Don't just dwell on the past so much. So it's okay to lose. I personally lose also. I hope this helps you guys not lose in the future, and hopefully you've learned something in this video to where you guys can minimize those losses.